What's up, America? It is Earl Jones, the host of the Earl Jones Show. What's up? What's up? It's Ask Earl time, because I got asked a question. Yes, I did. I got asked this question. Earl, do I need to add my child just got their learner's permit. Do I need to add them to the auto insurance? Another insurance agent told me I don't need to. What do you think? And when I got asked this question, my heart was like, oh, really? Well, I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking me. And before we get into this question, right, here's what I want to know. What are you grateful for? What can you give thanks for right now? Where you're sitting, where you're standing, where you're walking, wherever you're watching this video, what can you give thanks for? Why do I keep asking that question? Because you cannot be angry and thankful at the same time. And when you give thanks for whether it be the fact that you can see, hear, taste, touch, smell, right? Even pass gas, right? Or use the bathroom or whatever it is, it raises your vibrational energy. And why do I go to bodily functions? Because sometimes we get so bogged down in our circumstances that finding something to give thanks for can be very challenging, especially when you feel like the world is crushing you, or you feel like, all is just caving in around you. Sometimes it's really hard to try to find the silver lining in through all that. So sometimes even I have to go back to I can give thanks for the fact I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can taste. Even sometimes when I get a headache, sometimes at least I have something to give thanks for, right? So I can raise my vibrational level and I can pull myself out of whatever funk I'm in, right? And get to a higher level. And it's all about, it starts with gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful thing that I have discovered thus far. And that's why I keep asking you. If I get you in that state of gratitude, maybe for just 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 4 seconds, you'll stop thinking about whatever your problem is. And maybe you'll see something new or something different for you to take new actions to deal with that situation. Just saying, it might work for you. I don't know. But what I do know, moving on to the question that I was asked, let's kill the music now. Now, kill it now. Okay, got it. So, if you're a parent, right, and your child just got their permit, or let's say you're a couple and your spouse or your other half just got their permit, right? Or you just got your learner's permit to learn how to drive and you're not married, you're single, all of you need to have auto insurance. All of you. To my knowledge, when I passed, my property and casualty license in the state of California, I also have a license in Missouri, going to get another license in a different state here, right? There's no laws on the books on those tests that state that permit drivers are exempt from financial responsibility for damages that they cause while driving a vehicle. There's no law, to my knowledge, in any 50 states. Now, if you are a lawyer and you cover property and casualty, claims or bodily injury claims or whatever you want to call it, right? If you know of a law, please put it in the comment section because we would love to read it. That's number one, right? Just because they got a learner's permit does not exempt them from, having to pay for damages, especially if they're over 18, or especially if they're in their late 30s or 40s, because you see people getting driver's licenses all the time that never had one. And huge shout out to those people that are getting their license in the middle of a pandemic. Boom. Yes, make it happen. These are small victories that we should celebrate. So let's celebrate them right. Now, here's the thing that you guys need to know. It's a flat out yes, get them covered. I know some insurance agents have told you you do not need to add your teenager to your auto insurance policy once they get their permit. My word to you is this. If an insurance person tells you you don't need to add them to the policy, ask them these words. can you, no, please put that in writing. Can you send me an email to clarify that for me, please? Or to confirm that, so I have something, so that in the event of an accident, you know, I got something to stand on. You'd be amazed at how many agents will go, oh, I can't do that. Or, no, let me double check on that. No, no. Now, I'm just being blunt. I'm being blunt. Here's the reason why I'm being blunt, extra blunt. Because at the end of the day, neither I nor the insurance agent nor the claims adjuster, we do not get to live with the consequences of your child or your permit person or whoever driving that vehicle. We don't get to live with the consequences. And it doesn't come out of our personal pockets per se. So it's time that I share this stuff so that you can protect your wallet. You've worked hard to get to where you're at. Exactly. So now the follow-up question to that was, well, isn't it going to jack up my rates? Well, if some companies, not all, you have to check with your auto insurance provider as long as the person is under the age of 19 or 19. So I'll say up to the age 19, right? Some of them, you gotta check with your auto insurance provider. Do not charge a whole lot of premium to add the teenager, right, to the policy while they have that permit. Now, once they get 19 and over, some companies will charge you the full amount of the premium as if they are a new driver, the whole 9 yards. And whatever they charge you, it is cheaper than them not being covered. Because let's be honest, we were all teenagers at one point in time. We have all had a friend in high school or in college or wherever we got our permits that had a car, that had a driver's license, and they let us drive their car. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just keep it real, right? So, and we all know, we all had that one friend whose parents, the moment that the child got the permit, the child demonstrated that they can drive, responsibly before the child even got their driver's license, was letting that child drive that car wherever that child wanted to go. We all had that one friend. As a matter of fact, I had several, in high school. Oh, well, hey, it is what it is. But their parents also, to my knowledge, had their children on the auto insurance, and boom shaka boom boom. Yes. Now, with that being said, right? And the last thing that I wanted to leave you guys, with that being said, I just lost my train of thought when I just thought back to one of my friends whose parents, bless their hearts. Anyway. So yes, parents, yes. Now, if you are parents, yes, and all that other stuff, yes. I'm trying not to go down that. I don't want to go down that memory lane because that would just take this video to a whole nother level of debauchery. We're not going to do that. But I will tell you guys this. Now, here's the other thing that you guys need to know, right? Some auto insurance companies, not all, some, right? The moment that you let a person drive your car that is not on the policy, if they cause an accident, reduces the coverage down to state minimums. So another reason why you want to make sure that your child or your spouse or whoever it is, right, is on the auto insurance policy when they have a learner's permit. Because some companies do. It is like literally, when I issue an auto insurance policy with some of the companies I can write with, I have the option to reduce their premiums to say full permissive use or not. I always check full permissive use. Why? Because I never know the day nor the hour when that my customer is going to be at the bar getting drunk and they decide to be responsible and let a friend drive the car home. I try to think of every possible scenario. I really honestly do, because I don't control what they do. I don't live with them, and I need to make sure that they always have options. That's why they come to me. In the words of Regina Bell, baby, come to me. Yes, because I will protect them. That's right. Now, with that being said, I was actually going to sing that song, but then I chose not to. No. But with that being said, that's the answer to the question. Yes, add them. yes, it is going to cost you some money. And yes, there are companies out there that if you don't add them to the policy and they do cause an accident, you run the risk of the policy being reduced down to state minimums, liability only, right? So it's not worth risking, because let's say you just bought, a new car, you let your kid get behind the wheel in the parking lot to teach them how to drive, and they hit a light pole. That's not something that most people have money to pay out of pocket. I'm just saying. You call the insurance company, you tell them what happened. You're trying to make it, you know, you tell them what happened, and then you discover, well, so sorry, you didn't add the child to the auto insurance policy if you're with one of those companies, and then they tell you, well, you only had liability limits because you didn't add your child to the auto insurance. Oh yes, it happens. It happens a lot. It just doesn't make national headlines. So add your child, add your wife, add your husband, the whole 9 yards, right? Just do it. And then if you are a single person and you just got your learner's permit, pick up the phone, call and get you some auto insurance. If you don't own a car, right, you can get what's called non-own auto insurance. So that way you can drive another person's car. However, if you are living with your beau, right, and you're driving your beau's car, your beau need to beau up and add you to the auto insurance policy, and you just chip in and help pay for it. But do not be out in the streets without auto insurance just because you have a permit. Don't do it. Lastly, the other reason why you don't want to do it is because you just never know. When you get into a traffic stop and you have a permit, you still got to show that you've got a permit. And they still are going to ask you for proof of insurance. So do not put yourself in that situation, right? Because then that just ain't healthy for nobody. That's like, no, not healthy, not at all. But anyway, I hope that all makes sense to you all. And so with that being said, we're going to, I don't know why my phone keeps locking, bring the music back, and then remember this. Find one thing to be grateful for throughout the day. Whether it be the fact that you didn't cuss out your boss, whether it be the fact that you didn't get upset while you were driving through traffic, or maybe it's the fact that your husband sent you a text message and said, hey, I'm thinking of you. Find something to be grateful for. Hold that gratitude. Be in gratitude. Walk in gratitude. All right? With that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment, and share the video. If you know somebody that teenager just got their permit, share this video with them, because I'm just going to keep it real and tell them, yes, please add them. It may cost you more money, but it's going to be cheaper for you in the long run. All right, bye.